Follow me. Perfect. Perfect. Basically what I expected. Right according to the plan. Oh. It's time to go boom. KO. There are a lot of teams that hit rank 1 in the early season of the stadium ladder, especially the first day, but this team caught my interest because there's a Revavroom, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that Pokemon right, but it's a Pokemon that I thought is like really cool in Gen 9, but it's not like the best competitive viable. So when I saw like, oh, maybe it has something, I did want to try it out. Let's see how this team goes. This team features Choice Band Revavroom. Revavroom has Overcoat to be able to switch into Amoonguss, and the Steel type is nice against common Pokemon like Flutter Mane and Iron Bundle, but can do massive damage to Iron Heads and Roaring Moon with the Choice Band. The team has both into the Armor Rouge combination and the Dondozo Tatsugiri mode, which are both really strong options opponents have to consider. The Dondozo set is interesting with this team with Body Press and a defense boosting Tatsugiri that can survive a long time on the field with Rest and Sleep Talk. You have a lot of fun options for leads like the Revavroom Flutter Mane that can go for Helping Hand Self-Destruct, the Side Spam mode, or Tatsugiri lead for Dondozo Mind Games. If you would like to check out the details of the team or the creator, they will be linked in the description. Iron Bundle backs Caliber, the Flutter Mane, Garganico, Arcanine, and Iron Hands. Alright, this definitely looks a little bit tricky, although they don't really have the best Psychic type answers as long as I can get rid of potentially the Garganico pretty quickly, although I do see that being pretty tough. We do have a decent Mondo in the I mean, it's really weird saying this, but the Revavroom, or I think that's how you call it. Yeah, Revavroom. It's gonna take me a while to get used to this. It's actually not that bad in this matchup. Being able to like pressure the Garganico is going to be really important in this matchup, and yeah, that is one Pokemon that can definitely pressure. I don't know what they're gonna bring though. I think they have to bring like a combination of Iron Hands, Arcanine plus the Garganico, because it seems like they have very limited Dondozo checks. So if I am able to pressure, but this Dondozo is also Cover Cloak too. Cover Cloak Dondozo actually can go pretty insane right here with Body Press. Ooh. Maybe I don't go with the Psychic mode. Hold up. That's actually like a pretty decent set right here. I think I'm going to try out the Revavroom lead. Revavroom plus the Dondozo actually doesn't sound too bad to me. I'm going to try it out and then have the Tatsugiri and the Flutter Mane in the back, because I think that there's like a lot of room that I can use this leverage for. I could use obviously the swap here into Dondozo as a play, but it really just depends, because I like the idea of just being able to pressure a lot with this team. And the Body Press Tatsugiri Mind Game is pretty cool, and if they go something defensive, Revavroom could potentially do really well, especially against like a Terra Grass Iron Hands, which is a potential play here, and like Flutter Mane plus Iron Hands. Ooh, Revavroom is actually kind of good here. It does resist everything that my opponent has other than Electric and Ghost type moves, so that's not a bad decision right here. All right. A Parting Shot is also another option that I do have. So Tatsugiri could be like a really obvious play here. I'm not sure if I want to go for it here. I do kind of want a Parting Shot attempt or spin out right away. I wish that Flutter Mane's not a bad play either. You know what? I think my play here is to go for a Gunk Shot. I want to go for the Gunk Shot. I want to target down the... Ooh, who do I want to target down? Iron Hands, or do I want to target down... I think targeting down Flutter Mane is fine. I'm going to Gunk Shot the Flutter Mane, and I'm going to bring out my own Flutter Mane here, because I feel like I'd rather have Dondozo. I guess like a better lead would have been the Revavroom plus the Flutter Mane here, looking back at it, but I don't think it's too awful right here. We're going to bring out the Flutter Mane. We're going to see Fake Out come out. Oh, they targeted Dondozo because they were worried about the Tatsugiri switch. It makes sense. Perish Song. Ooh, they were trying to catch my Dondozo immediately with the Tatsugiri, and that's exactly why I didn't go for that. So here comes a Gunk Shot into the Flutter Mane. Very nice damage, brings it down to a Focus Sash. And you know what's also really nice? That I can go for a Gunk Shot into the Iron Hands this upcoming turn. So yeah, that's one of the powers of Dondozo. You don't have to go for the mode immediately. You really don't have to. They're actually in a really bad position now, because I can Gunk Shot the Iron Hands very safely. They don't have a Steel type on their team. They actually have like no resist into Dazzling Gleam plus Gunk Shot. So that's always my play here. They go for a Terra. Unless the Iron Hands is Terra Steel on this team, I don't really see a change here. And we are going to see the Terra right here. Terra Fire? Oh my goodness. Wait. You just Terra Grassed in front of the Gunk Shot that you just saw. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my goodness. Please hit Revavroom. Please punish this. Punish this play, please. Punish this play, please. Dazzling Gleam gonna come out, get some decent chip. Come on, Choice Banded Revavroom. Oh, let's go, baby. That's a Dozel answer gone. That is a Dozel answer gone. All right, beautiful. We're able to eliminate the Iron Hands. And you know what? This Revavroom, I don't know. It's actually going insane right now. I am very impressed right now. This is Garganical in the back now. It's Garganical back. I'm definitely switching. I'm probably going out into my Dozo. Oh, bundle. That's fine. Is it booster? It is booster. Yeah, that's not super surprising. Okay. So I have Focus Sash. Not super scared of the Iron Bundle. I do have Body Press and they already used their Terra. I think my play here is just to always KO the Flutter Mane slot because it already protected the last turn. I'm going to go for a Dazzling Gleam plus a Gunk Shot. I could have also went for Helping Hand potentially, but they go for Protect. Okay, they're stalling out the Perish, but I don't really have a reason to not go for this. I do have a Focus Sash and they really risked the Speed Tie right there. Then they don't KO because they were sashed on the Flutter Mane, so they pretty much always just have to get like a really high roll if I'm 4 HP. But yeah, goodbye Flutter Mane. And now huge advantage right here, a 4v2 advantage right now. I might as well save the Revavroom in the back because realistically Revavroom could actually just clean up right here. Like it really can. The Perish is counting down. This should be Garganicle's the last. I'd imagine it's Garganicle last, but yeah, okay. I want to say Revavroom because Parting Shot's pretty good, but if I KO the Iron Bundle, I'm in such a good position. But you know what? I think Harden a Dundozo is pretty safe, and I think just going for a... I mean, I could double swap here, I guess. Double swapping isn't bad. Yeah, I guess double swapping isn't bad here. Because I don't care about Salt Cure. I have the Overcloak, and even then, Body Press does knock out Iron Bundle. As long as this Dozo has like a bit of defense investment, because I know you need a little bit of defense in order to actually KO the Iron Bundle, because this is something that was... I calced with a few friends like really early in series 2. So let's see. Bring out the Tatsugiri and the Dundozo. But I guess this team might not have it just because it is a defensive Tatsugiri right here. So we'll see. They could freeze try this slot, which would be a good play. I really think that Revavroom could just win this end game with just spin out as long as I get rid of Iron Bundle, because that just eliminates Hydro Pump crit out for my opponent, which I don't even know if it KOs Revavroom. We're gonna see Icy Wind. Okay, that's even better because guess what? I have Cobra Cloak, so I'm actually immune to that Icy Wind speed drop as well, and I'm immune to the Soul Cure as well. So yeah, my opponent not having any luck. This team is looking really rough for them to handle, and yeah, I'm just gonna go for a Body Press into the Iron Bundle right here. Because Garganicle literally can't do anything. If it had Terra Ghost, it could have went for a Terra Ghost Curse right here if they had that set, which was very specific. But they're going to go for Wide Guard to cover for Earthquake, I guess. But yeah, even if I had like the standard Dundozo set, I'm not clicking Earthquake. Freeze Dry into the Dundozo. No freeze. Body Press going to come out. And yeah, it does pick up a knockout on Iron Bundle. So beautiful right there. Beautiful. And now we are able to just like, I don't know, we could just chip away this Garganicle, I suppose, with Body Press. Yeah. I would go for Order Up normally, I think, but because of the new Order Up changes in the new patch where Order Up doesn't get the boost anymore if they protect, there's no point of going for Order Up right there. So able to seal up the win. Very nice. Can't believe Revavroom put in that much work, man. That's crazy. Iron Hands, Sandy Shocks, Iron Bundle, Flutter Mane, Indeedee, Armouge. Okay, very offensive size spam. Like, this is a very hyper offense size spam breed right here. Let's see, what do I want to go here? Because matchup wise, Revavroom actually looks pretty crazy into this, other than like the Indeedee plus Armouge. But even then, like, I could probably play around it for the most part. I like the Flutter Mane lead. It just puts on a lot of pressure, I think. And then I do kind of like the Revavroom. I think in the back, I like my Psychic types. The only problem is I want to bring Indeedee. Problem with Indeedee is it's nice, but it's also bad at the same time because then I have like no way to pressure Armouge. Because Armouge for both sides in like the size spam mirror, is very crucial because you can't really damage each other, and it's like mainly your resist. So I think I bring Tatsugiri just in case. I think it's okay not to have any of these in this matchup. It's going to be a bit tougher, but I think I'd rather take the risk here and make sure I just have a backup for Armorage just in case, or at least doing a lot of damage to Armorage. I'm bringing quite a few things. Gunk Shot with Choice Band is able to do a lot. If they lead into the Armorage, I already know what I'm doing turn 1, but we'll see. Please actually lead into the Armorage. Lead into the Armorage. I want to get this tech off actually if they lead into the Armorage, because that's their Psychic lead. Oh my goodness, they did actually lead it. Hold up. This is where we have some fun. This is where we have some fun. Okay. So we have Helping Hand. There's no way you wide guard in this position. There's no way. I'm self-destructing here. If I can get rid of their Armorage, it's incredible for me. So I think like probably they're just going to follow me and Expanding Force or Trick Room. I think it's like one of those two. And I'm completely fine with taking my Revavroom for these two massive threats right here. So please let me get the... Please let me get this KO right here. That would be so incredible right here. But this could be a fast Armorage though. If they do have a potential bundle, this could be like the flip turn strategy as well. But I'm willing to risk it. I'm willing to risk it. Let's go with a Terra Normal on the... Oh boy, I really hope this works. Okay, Terra Normal. Helping Hand. We're not going to see a Protector Wide Guard until afterward. Follow me. Perfect. Perfect. Basically what I expected. Right according to the plan. Oh. It's time to go boom. KO, KO, KO. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, now I actually wish I had Entity, because Entity would actually help me seal this up. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. We're able to eliminate the Entity and the Armorage immediately. Specifically, the Armorage is such a pain to handle, so I will gladly take that knockout right here. Granted, the game's not over. There's still a Flutter Mane in the back that I do have to be very cautious of, but it's pretty huge having that advantage. And now we could go out into, I'd say, Harden Armorage here. Yeah, Harden Armorage makes sense to me. Okay. Sandy Shocks. This is a weird combination to have in the back. Flutter Mane, okay. Ooh, I don't know who's Terra. Oh, booster energy, speed, or special attack? Okay, that's kind of concerning. I made my best play just to Dazzling Gleam. I actually, if I send in my... I think if I send in my Tatsugiri, I had this locked, which stinks. But I wasn't worried. I was worried if it was bundle in the back. All right. I'm clicking Dazzling Gleam and I'm clicking Protect right here, because I need to break any sashes on the Flutter Mane, and I need damage on the Sandy Shocks right here. I'm hoping if they choose to Terra, it's going to be the Terra Flutter Mane. And yeah, Terra Flutter Mane would make this a lot easier, because that means you can't Terra with the Sandy Shocks. Although I guess it depends heavily on the item on the Flutter Mane, because this item on the Flutter Mane is going to be huge. Like, are you Life Orb or not? That's the big question for me here. Are you Life Orb or not? We're going to see a Terra come out, which is not surprising, into the Flutter Mane. Yep. Terra Fairy. Yep. That's pretty much what you would expect here. Okay. All right. This also could come down to... No, it doesn't come down to speed tie. We Protect here. Shadow Ball. We have a Focus Sash, so this doesn't matter. Okay, it's not Life Orb. That's actually kind of huge. Yeah, no, that is huge, actually. Earth Power into the Protect. Okay. Oh, this actually does come down to speed tie, I think. Actually, no, I can Protect and Expanding Force right here, because they're going to Gleam, and this actually will come down to speed tie, won't it? Yes, it will. Oh, my boo. The boom went crazy, but I am timid, right? I just want to make sure that this comes down to speed type. Yeah, I am. Okay. So we're going to click expanding. Actually, we click Trick Room here because if armor survives, expanding force just guarantees wins the game. So yeah, we're just going to Trick Room and then expanding force. But it's probably like Gleam plus like Earth Power. Dang, if I went into the... Well, even if I went into Tatsugiri, actually Tatsugiri would have probably been worse actually because I don't have Icy Wind. If I had Icy Wind, maybe it changes, but without Icy Wind, it actually becomes way more awkward. I don't think helping out Muddy Water KOs the Flutter Mane. I think I have to get a Shadow Ball off into Muddy Water. So this will come down to a speed tie right here, unfortunately. Which is something I'm not exactly happy to say, but that is kind of the cause. Helping out Muddy Water, I do not think picks up the knockout on the Flutter Mane. I also have to hit Muddy Water, so it's a bit out of odd. Well, it's still decently in my favor, but we'll see. I think if I miss the Sandy Shocks, it's playable, but if I miss the Flutter Mane, it's game over. If they protect Flutter Mane for some reason, give me the Sandy Shocks. That's like I don't know what you're doing, but oh, they just double protect. Okay, I'm like, huh? Okay, they're scouting for the item, I suppose. And I guess I don't have any real setup right here. I guess they didn't see that I have a Sash Flutter Mane, so they're scouting if I'm Sash on the Tatsugiri and maybe went for an Icy Wind or something. I don't know. I don't think the double protect actually changes anything here. It's literally just going to come down to who wins the speed tie between the Flutter Mane as well as do I land Muddy Waters. So come on, don't let the Reverend sacrifice himself turn one to get this position. I wonder if Helping Hand Choice Span and Self-Destruct would have just got the armor. If it did, Terranorming was a huge mistake. But I have no idea what the calc is. It might have been worth it though, because Expanding Force was going to put on pressure too. So maybe I didn't have to go for the Terra. But I really wanted to. I really did. Come on, don't let this be in vain. Don't let this be in vain. I'll calc the thing afterward. Muddy Water. I do land on both. I also get the accuracy drop chance. Goodbye, Sandy Shocks. Yeah, Helping Hand Muddy Water would have barely missed a knockout. Okay, Flutter Mane coming in clutch for our brother in the Revavroom. Goodbye, Flutter Mane, and that is good game. I really should calc the. I really should calc. I should calc the boom. I really should, but overall. Just again, Armor Rouge, Mimikyu, King Gambit, Gastrodon, Torkoal, Entity. All right, hard Trick Room right here, which can be really good or really bad. Depends on what they want to do here. I'm gonna try out. I think I'm gonna try out my Armor Rouge in the back for sure. Armor Rouge is really good in the back though. I do really like the Revavroom plus Flutter Mane combination speed-wise, and maybe I could get like a surprise knockout on the Armor Rouge, which would let me secure the game, I think. Potentially. Gonna go with the Entity plus the Armor Rouge in the back. I feel like Dozo could actually do a lot of work here. The Body Press set actually goes crazy against my opponent's team, yet I'm not 100% certain, which is why I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna have Entity just in case to make sure I have the Psychic Expanding Force powered up, because it is one of my ways I break through just their team is by going for side moves. It's just the King Gambit I'm scared of, King Gambit and their Armor Rouge. Those are the two main threats. Of course, there could be other threats. Torkoal and the Trick Room could definitely be scary. We'll see though. Although we do have Armor Rouge to play around it. Gastrodon, if it's brought, I suppose, but I have no idea if they're bringing Gastrodon into this. Gonna see the Armor Rouge Entity lead into Flutter Mane and the Revavroom. Now, I want to see if time for an experiment right here. And I mean an experiment right here. Helping Hand, Self-Destruct, Choice Bandit. Can we get a knockout without terroring? I would like to have my terror just in case as a backup right here. So, time to boom. It's time to boom. If we don't pick up a knockout, I think it's okay. Because then they're super weakened and I get the free switch into Armor Rouge, which mine is min speed. So I actually have a pretty decent advantage. But we'll see. Maybe Dundoza was better if I predicted this, because Dundoza with body press is so good against the King Gambit. It would just make it a lot easier. No, it's not necessary to win the game. All right, let's see what they go for. They definitely are not going to go for a what's it called, a protect here, I'd imagine. Armor just going to Terra immediately, which is actually really nice. So we know that the King Gambit can't Terra. Surprised to see the Terra Grass. I think they're probably like expecting something here. So, or maybe they're just going to go for Expanding Force Trick Room attempt here, which is fine. Okay. Oh, they followed me. Okay. That works out well for me. Here comes a Self-Destruct right here. Goodbye, Revavroom. Thank you so much for your service. Oh, we do just KO. Oh, I crit the Entity, but it wasn't crit on Armor, which was the important one. So, thank you for your service, Revavroom. Oh, that's actually incredible. Okay, that's really good for me. That's really good for me. 2 knockouts. I conserve my Terra. Yeah, looking like a really strong spot. So we get to go Armorage now, and King Gambit Torkoal in the back. Armorage. It's gonna be, I think that's King Gambit. Yep, King Gambit. Gastrodon. Oh, that's great. The hard Trick Room teams usually don't care Protect on King Gambit. It's usually like, yeah, they don't usually. So I'm just gonna get damage and Armor Cannon. That was gonna be forfeit. I mean, all we did was click Helping Hand Self-Destruct. That's all we needed. But okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Fluttermane, Dragonites, the Great Tusk, Amoonguss, King Gambit, and the Iron Bundle. Okay. A little bit scary. There's a few Pokemon that I am a little bit worried about. I think I'd want to go with probably Fluttermane and Tatsugiri lead. I do like Fluttermane Tatsugiri a lot here. And then in the back, I actually like Dundozo, I think, and the Revavroom. So there's a few things that are a little bit weird about this matchup. It's the Amoonguss and the Great Tusk are problems mainly. Also Fluttermane. The problem with this Dundozo set, it has no way to hit Fluttermane. So if I can get rid of things around it, it's effective. But the problem is the Amoonguss makes. They have to fear a lot of things because there's a Psychic combination that can destroy them. So they have to probably bring one of Dragonite, King Gambit, potentially both for Ice Spin and Pressure. It's really weird. I have no idea what they want to bring. Maybe they don't bring Fluttermane here because Fluttermane's a lot weaker into like the Psychic combination while having like a neutral Dozo matchup here. But I have no clue what they would think about this team. Let's see how it goes. It's like, oh, Dundozo Tatsugiri, and then you have the Psychic combination, and yeah, sure. Then there's like the Revavroom. It's like, what's the Revavroom doing? King Gambit, Amoonguss. Okay, this works out pretty well for me, I'd say. I mean, maybe I Focus Sash on the Fluttermane. I don't have Draco Meteor though. Unfortunately, I could go Revavroom here for like Tatsugiri if I expect Spore, and I do kind of expect Spore in, maybe Spore into one of my slots here. I'm gonna protect the Fluttermane here, and I'm just gonna go out into Revavroom. I think this is okay. If I can get rid of Amoonguss, that's really helpful here. But I gotta make sure I have like some answer to deal with Fluttermane if it's in the back. Protect the Flutter. Hopefully it's an Iron Head into that slot and a Spore. Nice. Iron Head. Yep, perfect. Spore into the Overcoat. Nice. Okay. Or into the Fluttermane. That works too. I'm gonna go for a Helping Hand here with the Revavroom, and they don't have a swap for Gunk Shot, right? They don't have a swap for Spin Out, actually. I need the speed. The speed doesn't change any numbers now. I want to say Helping Hand Spin Out with Choice Band should knock out Amoonguss, but I might need the extra power of Gunk Shot. I'm gonna try it. Maybe Amoonguss protects here, but I'm not 100% certain because they might fear this here. They actually Terra with the King Gambit because they're scared of the Revavroom having like maybe a ground move. So they go for the Terra flying, which is actually perfect for me. Okay. Because Gong Shot actually does threaten here a lot. Okay. Helping Hand. Okay, nice. They didn't protect. That's actually best case scenario. Helping Hand obliterates that Amoonguss. Okay, goodbye Amoonguss. That's so huge for me. Okay. Because now I don't have to worry about Dozo catching a Spore. Ironhead going to come out into the Flutter Mane. Perfect. All right. That's so good for me. Please bring out your own Flutter. Although I think it's Bundle probably coming in, which is fine. Wait, they brought out their Flutter. That's perfect. This is the exact situation I want. If I get one Gunk Shot, I'm in a good spot. I'm going hard into the Dozo because the HP doesn't matter as much. I'm going for the Gunk Shot into the Flutter. Because they can Sucker Punch and Shadow Ball threaten. Well, they could do that for either slot, I suppose. We'll see. I don't know if the double up will knock out the Revavroom. I actually have no clue what the what the rolls are because I've never really used this mon too much. A Moonblast, that's fine. Dozo took actually not great. It's Life Orb, that's why. Please hit the Gunk Shot. No, that was game winning. That was literally game winning. Okay, they out to Cleave. That's cool. There's no point of tearing here. Did I sack the Flutter? I think I sacked the Flutter. Yeah, I sacked the Flutter here. Gunk Shot the Flutter Mane. Oh, maybe I had to lock in a spin it. No, I think I still go for... No, I Gunk Shot here. You should Moonblast the... I think you should Moonblast Dozo. I wonder if this Dozo can live Hydro Pump. If I live Hydro Pump, there's a shot, but... that... It just became so much harder for no reason. Okay. That KOs and it had to be Mystical Fire? That Gunk Shot miss was so huge, man. Oh, I lose. Unfortunate. All because of the Gunk Shot. I mean, I hit the first one, but... Did I actually have to go for spin outs? I don't know. I could have Terra'd, but like I wanted my Terra in case, but I think Bundle was in the back. Yeah, I just lose no matter what because they have Mystical Fire, and I can't break through this. Break through this enough. I wish I could say knew what their last Pokemon was, so I can say like whether it was still a game, whether like I won instantly, or if I still probably lost, but. I don't know. I feel the Gunk Shot hitting in a Flutter Mane was really nice there. It's like, what? If it's Bundle, I think I had enough HP, and I had enough HP with Terra Steel. The only problem was if it was Encore Bundle. That's the only problem. If it was Encore Bundle, then like I probably did lose, but man, that just stinks. But that is sometimes how it goes. The power to one-shot the Amoonguss, sure. I just don't know Spin Out gets it because Amoonguss is like a really bulky Pokemon. I wouldn't be surprised if it just lives a Helping Hand, Choice Band, and Spin Out, which is why I went for Gunk Shot for that extra power because I could see Amoonguss surviving. Arcanine, Roaring Moon, the Gastrodon, Annihilate with no Mouse Hold, which is interesting. Rotom, Mow, and Gardevoir. Okay, so there's a few things I am concerned about. Psychic Combinations, of course, really good into this team besides the Roaring Moon. The Gardevoir probably leads here, and I imagine it has something like Imprison maybe, or like something just to help out, right? Vendoza is a decent mode here too, but I don't like it nearly as much because Order Body Press does nothing to Gardevoir. It doesn't do anything to Annihilate, and it doesn't really beat anything else, so... Probably leaving that behind. It's gonna be, I think it's Revavroom lead. Like Revavroom plus the Armor doesn't sound bad here. Or Entity. I like Entity a lot. Psychic Terrain is pretty good here. Yeah, and Redirection is really strong here. And then bring the Armor in the back. And then last one, I don't know if I want Flutter Mane or if I want Tatsugiri. I guess I'll have Flutter Mane in case the Roaring Moon becomes too much of a problem. I guess Armor plus Gardevoir is definitely probably the scariest that they could bring. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with this though. I might have to Terra my... I don't like Terraing my... What's it called? My Entity, but I think I have to in this matchup if they lead what I think it's gonna be. Which is gonna be Roaring Moon. Maybe I should have thought about a better game plan. Like, I guess Tatsugiri could have worked. But it also just depends on like how fast is the Gardevoir. Arcanine plus Roaring Moon is also pretty okay for me. Okay. They get Intimidate off into my Revavroom right here. I don't know if Snarl's coming out or if they're going to go for a Throat Chop or something. I really think I have to tear my Entity, unfortunately. Like, I think I have to. Throat Chop is just way too threatening here. Booster Energy. Speed or attack? Speed. Maybe Throat Chop doesn't KO? Might be worth the risk, realistically. I'm going to go hard into Armor Rouge here and just attempt to Trick Room. I think that this is the play. Because I don't know if they're just Flare Blitzing or not. I'm going to attempt to Trick Room. Because if I do get to Trick Room up, I'm in a fantastic spot, right? With the Revavroom Spin Out plus the Armor Rouge with the Flash Fire is nice. Throat Chop. This Entity is just super weird because it has no defense. I'm surprised that it actually KO'd. I mean, it's probably okay. Actually, yeah, I go into... Oh, no, I can't do... Can I do Flare Mania? No, I can't. Okay. I'm going hard Revavroom. I see my out. It's not pretty out, but it's an out. Revavroom. Protect. Boom. I don't even know if this would win me the game, but like I think it's my only out right here. Because I can't go Flutter Mane because the thing is they could just tear Flying Acrobatics my Armor Rouge and I have like no counterplay to that. So my counterplay is either hope that they Wisp here or that they double up my Armor Rouge, which is definitely possible. Or that they just Flare Blitz and Acrobatics or Throat Chop. So we'll see. It's an out. It's not like the best plan, but it's an out. We're gonna see the Terra here from their side. This is probably Terra on the Roaring Moon. Yep. They're going for Acrobatics, I'd assume. Maybe a Helping Hand boosted one? Because I don't know if they actually KO naturally. They're definitely not going for Acrobatics into the Revavroom. They have Earthquake. The Earthquake. I mean, I don't think they're clicking Earthquake here. Okay, let's see how this goes. Really hoping we get the boom in. Hopefully it KOs. Roaring Moon's physical defense is not good. It's really not good. Okay, promising, promising, promising. Okay. Wait, I could have just Trick Roomed. I could have just Trick Roomed there. I literally could have just Trick Roomed. Okay. I can't believe they would have just let me Trick Roomed right there. Because if I Trick Room Gong Shot, I did actually get that. I did get that off right there. But Revavroom did blow up the field. It did blow up the field right here. Goodbye. But I don't know. It's going to come down to the last two. I am powered up with the Armor Rouge, which is one positive right here. But I have no idea what's in the back. We have Psychic Terrain. We have the Flash Fire. We have a Flutter Mane that has speed. Gardevoir going to come in. That's going to trace Flash Fire. Wait, no, this is good. This is good. This is really good. This is really good, actually. I'm like pretty sure. Okay. I'm playing Expanding Force into the Gastrodon and a Shadow Ball. Or I could help. Actually, you know what? Helping Hand Expanding Force. I don't know if Gardevoir has Protect or reveals it. I feel like it's Imprisoned Trick Room. I feel like I should outspeed the Gastrodon, and I'm just worried about Gastrodon getting Earth Power damage into Armor, so let's see. Oh, I'm faster. Expanding Force, Helping Hand, Life Orb. Goodbye, Gastrodon. That dares a Gardevoir. Did we just make a comeback? We just did. I have no idea why they clicked Extreme Speed that one turn. Citrus Berry on the Gardevoir. But Flutter Mane should win this because we have Shadow Ball and we have Expanding Force. Oh, they did Trick Room. Okay, nice. Oh, that's amazing. Let's go for... we might even just KO this Gardevoir right here with Helping Hand Expanding Force because it's single target now. And we did about 75%, and that was spread, so we should actually KO the Gardevoir this time around. That's crazy. The Revavroom boom actually mattered so much in this game. I'm so shocked, man. All right, Helping Hand with Flutter Mane. Not a Pokemon you would expect to use Helping Hand. What hands does it even have? I guess it's got the things on its back, but like, or its hair, I guess. I don't even know. It's manes, but goodbye, Gardevoir. Don't know how we came back in that one. I guess we just boomed because I thought Indeedee would live one Throat Chop at least. It did not. So yeah, but it could have been a double up in Indeedee. I don't know if it was double up with Flareblast Throat Chop, which then, I mean, Terra Water was still better, I guess, but I mean, getting the knockout Aurora Moon that way was pretty satisfying overall. All right, let's go over to games. Game 1 was able to destroy with Choice Band Revavroom after my opponent hard committed turn 1 and was in an awful spot afterward. Game 2 was able to get rid of the Psychic type leads, but I didn't have to use my Terra apparently, which put me in a weird end game where I had to go for a speed tie, but was able to win it during the important turn. Game 3, all I have to say is Helping Hand Self-Destruct, and that's all she wrote. Game 4 was able to knock out Amoonguss successfully and could have had a great position if I hit the Flutter Mane, as Dondozo could have been really good in the end game. Game 5 maybe needed to Terra Water the Indeedee turn 1, but Revavroom allowed me to get a comeback, 2 knockouts with the Self-Destruct, and Helping Hand Expanding Forest afterward put on so much pressure. Okay, not how I expected Revavroom to be brought, but like, oh man, it actually put in so much work, and I am super shocked. Like, it does a lot of damage. It's absolutely incredible, like how offensive it was, especially with that Self-Destruct normal, just like catching you off guard. The Helping Hand Flutter Mane was also really impressive on this team. That definitely threw my opponents for a loop, but overall, very fun team. I will say though that the team did feel like a little bit weak to Flutter Mane because the Dondozo not being able to hit Flutter Mane is pretty rough, especially like if their Flutter Mane is just like partnered with like really good Pokemon that can stop like Revavroom or like the Flutter Mane. It can be a little bit difficult, but overall, very fun team. If you do want to try out, there is a rental code on your screen, however, as well as the details of the team down below in the description alongside the creator. Make sure you go check them out. But otherwise, you can subscribe to the channel for more VGC content.